A diplomatic crisis has erupted between Australia and Israel, sending shockwaves through international circles and raising questions about the future of their long-standing partnership. These two nations, once considered close allies with a history of cooperation on global issues, now find themselves at a crossroads. The spark? Australia's landmark decision in August 2025 to formally recognize the state of Palestine, a move that brought it in line with several other Western countries and marked a significant shift in its foreign policy. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese led this bold shift, aiming to support a two-state solution and respond to the ongoing humanitarian crisis in Gaza, which has captured the world's attention. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, known for his hardline stance and unwavering policies, responded with fierce criticism, escalating the dispute to new heights. The Gaza war's devastating toll, over 62,000 Palestinians killed, has intensified global scrutiny, fueling outrage and forcing countries like Australia to reconsider their positions on the conflict. This policy clash, driven by the leaders' strong personalities and opposing visions, has turned what began as a diplomatic disagreement into a very public and heated feud. The fallout is straining a relationship that was once seen as steadfast and reliable, leaving both nations, and the world, wondering what comes next. Israel's reaction was immediate and personal. Netanyahu publicly accused Albanese of betraying Israel and endangering Australia's Jewish community. Australia's Home Affairs Minister Tony Burke fired back, criticizing Israel's military actions and defending the government's decision. Albanese, however, refused to engage in a personal spat, emphasizing respectful diplomacy. The US, meanwhile, distanced itself, warning that unilateral recognition of Palestine could embolden Hamas. This left Australia and its allies isolated from their key security partner, complicating the diplomatic landscape. The war of words underscored the deep divisions not just between leaders but among their allies. The dispute quickly became a global flashpoint. Tensions escalated further when Australia cancelled the visa of Simcha Rothman, a far-right Israeli lawmaker, citing his extremist views. Rothman's planned speaking tour was seen as a risk amid rising community tensions. Israel retaliated by revoking visas for Australian diplomats to the Palestinian Authority and tightening entry for Australian officials. These tit-for-tat moves deepened the rift, turning a policy dispute into a bureaucratic standoff. For Israel, barring Rothman was an affront. For Australia, it was about upholding national values. The Gaza war's backdrop made every action politically charged. The visa dispute became another front in the rapidly deteriorating relationship. Each side saw the other's actions as a provocation. The fallout hit home in Australia's Jewish community, which suddenly found itself caught in the crossfire of a rapidly escalating diplomatic dispute. For many, the situation felt personal, as families and friends worried about the impact on their daily lives and sense of security. The Australian Jewish Association condemned the government's actions, calling them deeply concerning, while other Jewish leaders urged calm and warned against escalating rhetoric that could further inflame tensions. Community organizations worked to reassure members and promote dialogue. Alex Rivchin, of the Executive Council of Australian Jewry, cautioned that political battles could fuel anti-Semitism and deepen social divisions, emphasizing the need for responsible leadership and measured responses during such sensitive times. In Israel, opposition leader Yair Lapid criticized Netanyahu's approach, arguing it isolated Israel and turned allies into adversaries, making it harder to build bridges and maintain crucial international relationships. The dispute exposed divisions within both countries, between government and community, and within Israeli politics itself. Debates erupted in public forums, and social media buzzed with passionate opinions. The diplomatic crisis was no longer just about foreign policy. It was affecting real lives and communities, leaving many feeling anxious and uncertain about what might come next. The call for de-escalation grew louder, as people from all walks of life demanded a return to dialogue and understanding. Leaders on both sides faced mounting pressure to find a way forward, knowing that their decisions would shape not only diplomatic relations, but also the everyday experiences of their citizens. This crisis marks a major rupture in a historically strong alliance, one that has endured decades of cooperation and mutual support. The relationship between Australia and Israel has long been seen as a cornerstone of stability and shared democratic values in the region. Australia's move signals a shift toward a more independent foreign policy, reflecting changing priorities at home and abroad. For Israel, this decision is viewed as a deep betrayal by a trusted friend, raising questions about the reliability of even its closest allies. The Gaza war's devastating human cost has shifted international opinion, with images of suffering and destruction sparking outrage and calls for accountability. As a result, Israel finds itself increasingly isolated on the world stage. The dispute has real and immediate consequences for Australia's Jewish community, raising fears of rising anti-Semitism, social division, and a sense of vulnerability among those who once felt secure. Managing these tensions is now a critical challenge for both governments, requiring careful diplomacy, clear communication, and a commitment to protecting all communities. The argument reflects the deep and widening global divisions created by the Middle East conflict, with ripple effects felt far beyond the region itself. Whether Australia and Israel can repair their relationship will shape not only their own futures but also the alliances and partnerships that define a polarized world. The outcome will be a test of diplomacy, and of the values both nations claim to uphold, as the world watches to see if dialogue and understanding can prevail over division.